Hello everybody, this is DrAZNstarcraft. I am bringing you a 1v1 on Typhon Peaks. We have PokeMetapod, the red Zerg on the top right, and the bottom right we have Genocide. Now, while Typhon Peaks is a huge map, in ZVZ in general, it's very risky to take a fast expansion. And on Typhon Peaks, they do have a very open natural. There are backdoor rocks to take down. There is a choke, but it's kind of far away from the natural. It takes a lot of creep spread to get there to effectively protect or defend yourself. We do have a ramp down into your third. We do have a small walkway back here as well. So there are a lot of little places to hide and sneak Zerglings in. So we probably won't see a early expansion. But you know what? This is a Masters level replay, so I don't know what you could expect. Now it looks like we're not seeing any sort of early spawning pool play. No, we're not. Both of these players continue to drone up. They are going pretty standard here, so we are going to see what's going on. Genocide is sending his Overlord in the correct position, so he will be able to get some scouting information first. However, as soon as Metapod sees that Overlord, he should be able to know what's going on. What do we have going on here? We have both players just continuing to drone. No real action coming up here. But we do have Metapod trying to save his money up here. We do have Genocide taking that spawning pool, and we do have, oh, look at this, Metapod taking that fast expansion. So the key here will be, can he keep this early expansion, or will Genocide be able to cause a genocide and just take it out? Now Metapod is putting down his spawning pool as well. However, Genocides is halfway done, and he also is getting the extractor for early Zergling speed, or we could see Banglings in this case. We could see both. However, Banglings will give you little windows to be able to cause some damage, and if you sneak them in the right place, you can do a lot of damage with them. However, roaches are more of the unit to go to in this matchup. However, in the early game, Banglings can be extremely effective. So we're going to see what happens here. We do have 6 Zerglings being made as well as a queen, and we do have Metapod throwing spawning pool almost complete and continuing to drone up. Now he is sending these drones over here, and he's not making extractor. He's just sending them in too early. Yeah, he's just sending them in too early. So we do have Zerglings on the way, ready to try to pressure up this expansion. Did Genocide see that with his Overlord? He did see that with his Overlord. He knows this expansion is going up. So we do have Zerglings on the way. We do have a Bangling's nest being thrown down, almost halfway complete now. And we do have queens being produced, double queens being produced, and a spine crawler. We do also have Zerglings on the way from Metapod, so he will be able to defend this, but once those Banglings pop out, he will have a bit of trouble. And there they go. There goes the Banglings. And it doesn't look like PokeMetapod's going to see this at all, but this Overlord might. And he looks like he's going to scout out now. He's going to see these Banglings being produced. He knows he's going to be in trouble here. He has 2 spine crawlers being built. He does have a lot of Zerglings, but those Zerglings are going to be null and void once these Banglings are here. And trying to run into the main. He will get into the main, losing a couple Banglings to that spine crawler. And he is going after drones, losing another Bangling to the queen. And good drone split from Metapod, and we'll see. He only lost 5 workers there. That could have been a lot worse. Metapod being a little lazy, not moving his workers. His workers need to get back to work. And more poking and prodding with these Zerglings. So it looks like he will be able to hold. He has a lot of Zerglings out right now. He does have 2 spine crawlers out. He does have double queens guarding that walkway, or guarding that ramp, so he will be able to hold this effectively. However, looks like Genocide is just continuing to mass up Zerglings and Banglings. He's just continuing to get that. He's getting Zergling speed as well. PokeMetapod throwing down 3 more spine crawlers. He is feeling the pressure here. 4 spine crawlers. That is a lot of spine crawlers in this early game. It looks like PokeMetapod. Now, see, the thing is with this is Genocide, while Metapod does have this early expansion up, he is not doing anything with it. They are saying pretty much even in the worker count. If you look at the unit counting station, okay, PokeMetapod is ahead by maybe 5 drones. Okay, that's pretty significant in this matchup. However, you know, these... Okay, we have some bad mouth here coming from Genocide. What was I saying? Oh, okay. So PokeMetapod, while he is droning, he is spending a lot of money on his defense here to just try to keep this expansion. That's what I was talking about. It's very risky to take an early expansion in ZVZ, especially with this kind of spawn position. So we will see if Genocide can break this. He is deciding not to. He's taking an expansion of his own. Now, okay, here we go. Like I said, Metapod is throwing down the Word Sworn. And we do have more drones being very heavy droning. We do have a lair on the way for Genocide. Now we can either see him go Mutalisk, or what I'm assuming is more Infestor play. Now we do, Mutalisk aren't usually seen as being effective in this matchup. However, in the July GSL, we did see Nestea and Lucera play July GSL, if anyone knows. And, Nestea is the best Zerg in the world, and the things that we saw him do was he saw him play that new ZVZ style that with heavy Mutalisk play, using those Mutalisks to poke and prod, and just be careful and wary of the Infestors. As long as they can't get their fungals off, or as long as you make them waste fungals on units like Roaches and Zerglings, then it makes your Mutalisk that much more effective. And as long as you can poke and prod in with those Mutalisks and keep full map control, it just gives you so much of an advantage. So what's going on here for both players? We do have Metapod getting his lair as well. Lair is complete, and we do have a Spire going up for Genocide, so we are going to see some Mutalisk play. And does Metapod have any sort of anti-air other than these queens? No, he does not. Let's see what he techs into, either Infestor, Mutalisk, or we could see some Hydras if he gets a whiff of these Mutalisk on the way. Now let's look at the Union Station again. We do have a pretty substantial lead for PokeMetapod. However, that just evened up, so we now have a 4 drone difference. We do have a Spire going up, so we're going to see Mutalisk versus Mutalisk. Now, with Mutalisk versus Mutalisk, you will have to see some Infestor or Hydralisk play to sort of even out or tip the battle in someone's favor. We do have an Evolution Chamber going on here at the front. That's a good thing. He can get those crucial upgrades as well as get those Spore Crawlers for when he finally does see Mutalisk coming up. Now, PokeMetapod does have Roach Tech. Okay, so if he wants to, he can make Roaches while Genocide can only make Banglings. That's extremely important for later in the game. If they need to make some emergency defensive units, Roaches are extremely strong defensive units. We do have a ton of Spine Crawlers being spread out across PokeMetapod's map. And we do see both players spreading creep effectively. Now, a lot of players choose, or I've heard players say that they don't creep spread in ZVZ. It just doesn't, it doesn't help them with the speed advantage. The thing is that, while both players will get a speed advantage, it does give you the vision, and the vision itself is worth all the work you do creep spreading. It only costs maybe 150 minerals to get that one queen, maybe 300 to get 2 queens if you want to creep spread very quickly. So again, let's see what's going on here. We have 11. That's a lot of Mutalisks. 11 Mutalisks being reduced by Genocide here. They are coming out. We do have 7 on the way for PokeMetapod, as well as Burrow. So we could see Burrowed Roaches. We do have Zerg Ground Carapace, so they will have +1 armor. And I'm very curious to see what Genocide does with these early. Okay, we do have Genocide forcing a cancel on that 3rd hatchery. And I really am curious to see what happens here. We do have Pokemon, the first one being aggressive with his Mutalisk. And it looks like they're going to be pushed out, but they did kill a couple Overlords. We are going to see what this battle is going to entail. He is getting extremely aggressive. He does have the Mutalisk advantage, and he is focus firing them down. He's focus firing the Queen. And he does have the Mutalisk advantage, so he is going to be able to push this back. He is going for Overlords, Spine Crawlers. He is trying to go for drones now. He is getting a lot of drones there. So yeah, right now I would say Genocide is in the lead. He is continuing to get Mutalisks behind this. And he is just sniping more and more Overlords. PokeMetapod getting more and more Mutalisks. He should be able to push this out relatively soon. And it looks like, yes, he will push that out right now. Okay, both players This is just continuing to battle here. The transfuse going down on the Mutalisk, keeping them alive for just that much longer, but I still think Genocide still has the advantage here. He does have more Mutalisks, but they are a little weak. They are weakened down, and he will just be pushed out. And we have more Mutalisks being produced back at his base. He has, if you look at the Union Counting Station, he has 11 Mutalisks to Metapod's 4. I would think that Metapod would use Harden here as a Pokemon reference, if anyone gets that at all. And I know you will, because you're all nerds. And you all love that kind of stuff, and I do too. But okay, we do have Spore Crawlers going down for Metapod, and I would like to see him play more defensively and just sort of try to catch up. He did lose a lot of drones there. If we look at the station, he did lose about 5 drones there, and a lot of Overlords. So he still is supply blocked. We do have 4 Overlords being made. So I would say Metapod is in a commanding position here at this point. More Mutalisks just going around sniping all of these loose Overlords, just continuing to be annoying with these Mutalisk. And I mean, that's the big strength of the Mutalisk, is it's just extremely annoying, extremely mobile. You're able to shut down a lot of things. The one thing I would like to see Genocide doing is spreading out his Overlords more, just getting more map coverage, just to get a little more vision. But he does have those Mutalisks, so he can afford to be a little more passive with them. We do have 3 Spine Crawlers per base in Metapod's main base. We do have Zerglings running in here. A lot of Zerglings running in here. We do have Banglings running in here. We have complete overrunning by Genocide in this base. And these Spore Crawlers will push them out a little bit. They will take out these other Mutalisk over here on the side. And let's see what we have here. They are just continuing to snipe whatever they can back in the main. He is not macroing at all. He forgot his Inject Larva. He is running away with these Mutalisks now. Nothing he can do. He's just trying to continue to poke and prod at this natural expansion. Wow. I'm just realizing now that Metapod is just now finishing his Zergling speed. That's extremely strange. It's extremely late Zergling speed. We do have 3 queens just waiting here, we do have Infestors. We have Infestors on the field now. We have PokeMetapod using these 3 queens to hold these Zerglings off, and he needs to be careful because these Infestors are burrowed and they are on the way to harass the main base, and we have no detection here for Genocide. So these Infestors, if not spotted, will be able to do quite a bit of damage. And if not do damage to the drones, they will be able to take out a lot of Mutalisks with some fungal growth. So let's see what these Infestors can do. We have +2 armor for Zerg Ground on the way for PokeMetapod. Maybe he's just going to use these for scouting. I would love to see him throw down some Infested Terrans right now. Go into the main base, throw down some Infested Terrans, and really just wreak havoc. It looks like right now, though, he is just... Okay, Genocide does have an Overseer, so it looks like if Metapod does not strike quickly, he will lose his chance to throw down some Infesteds and just get some good drone kills off. This is a very open natural, or a very open main base. There is no... If he spreads these Infested Terrans very well, there is going to be no way for these drones to escape, and he should be able to take out a lot of a lot of tech structures here. So again, we do have a 3rd base going down over here for Metapod, but he will be spotted by the Mutalisk. There are a lot of Mutalisks on the field right now. We do have 20 Mutalisks on the field, and again, these Infestors really not doing much. They're more or less just scouting. And yeah, Metapod is in a bad spot here. He did lose his natural. He did lose that hidden base, and he is going to lose his other one because these Mutalisks are on the way. And here they go. Yeah, just going to take that out very quickly. You have more Infestors on the way, but they are going to be spotted by this Overseer. So he does know that he now has Infestor tech. These Infestors need to do a lot. And here come down the Infested Terrans. They are going to kill all these drones and all these Zerglings, and the Infestors get out in time before the Overseer sees anything. And we do have more Infested Terrans down here in the main base, and we do have Genocide just double expanding here. We do have, what is this? We have a lot of Zerglings here running into the base, but we do have a lot of Banglings being produced. These Banglings should be able to destroy any one of these, but with the Infestor here, they couldn't fungal. And no, bad control there for Metapod. He did not fungal. He did not watch. He needs to be careful at this